Hello, hello, my blessed and beautiful people. I am super excited because this is a JAMGood vision party. We are going to be diving into ourselves to really figure out how we can root ourselves into our 2022 us. Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm super excited you could join me today. I am Mrs. JAMGood, Jessica A. Ross, and I am here as a health and wellness specialist, here to focus on the perspectives and the feeling tone that we can take into 2022. We have a unique opportunity. The whole world is giving themselves the chance to kind of start over and redo. So right now, we can dive into ourselves and really find what 2022 has for us, because it's a feeling place first. When we can feel forward, the days, the years become exactly what we felt. So today, I'm going to take you on a journey. We're going to do some breath work. We're going to do some writing. We're going to do some mental exercises to really get you into the 2022 you. Because really, we get to decide. Every single day, it's up to our decisions. What we put on, what we wear, where we go, all of these are choices that we make. But our choices are filtered through how we see this world. And I believe that's where I can come in and help out. I have spent years, I'm talking almost a full decade, training myself to really transform my mind from perspective out. Because really, what we see in the world is filtered through how we believe it is, how we believe it goes, what our rules are. And so this JAMGood vision party is really to help you figure out your perspectives. What are your lenses going to be for 2022? Let's just say I am a mental stylist, and I help you pick out the appropriate mental wardrobe for this life you want to live. 2022 is just beginning, and we get an opportunity to tap into the energy that is the beginning of a new year. So I hope you have your materials ready. Let me go ahead and pop that up just so that everybody is aware of what is needed. Because this is a JAMGood vision party. We are going to be doing some breath work. So what that's going to require for you to have is just a nice, comfy place. I hope you have some candles, some nice music playing, whatever is going to set the mood for you, okay? We're going to be doing some writing exercises. So I hope you have a journal handy, something to write with, something to write on, because this is an interactive engagement. We're here from 2 to 3:30, and we're really just going to have a fun party. For me, focusing my energy and my attention in any moment is adding my energy, my controls to my life. If I put my energy on how I want 2022 to feel, each moment I'm doing that. I'm feeling that in 2022. Each moment I am literally controlling the one aspect of life that I can control, myself, and how I add me to any moment. And so I'm going to take you through this journey with me because I believe it's going to be fun. And honestly, this is a part of my own preparation. Being that I am a health and wellness specialist, I've been working on how to really introduce who I am and how I would like to serve. Because the mind is so interesting, and I believe it's another frontier that a lot of people haven't really explored. But I am a mental scientist. I love the way we work, and I love the fact that how we experience life is filtered through the mind. There is no other way. Our eyes see and our brain calculates what that is seeing. Our hands feel and our brains calculate what that feels like, hard or soft. We feel, we see, all of our senses are taken through this perceiver machine, and it is really the perspectives. And so as a mental health specialist, my job is to help you really fine-tune the perspectives that you like to take into your every single day. Now, also in this, we're going to do like 30 minutes of really getting still, really getting calm. We are going to venture into actually doing the craft. Bindering. I don't know lots of people who do vision bindering, but this is a tool that I've used once in my life where we really just get a blank binder. You can get one that has like a little plastic thing if you want to like vision a sheet of paper and then stick it in, or you can like literally stick all the inspirational pictures onto it. You could do a vision binder. I've done vision boxes before. You can take boxes like this, stick what words you want onto them, or a box like this. And what I usually do is like I'll stick notes to myself whenever I get a little sad, or if I start to have perspectives that aren't helpful. I get a sheet of paper out right then and I write it away. And then what I'll do is I'll write me a note of encouragement, or write me a note of thank you because I got to this point, or some kind of thing, and then I'll put it in my vision box. So basically, as a happiness coach, my job is to really give you tools and techniques that can help you sustain your happy along the journey in this world, because literally we live life every day, and we get to choose whether or not in this moment we're living in joy, or if we're living in some kind of sad or sorrow. And for me, tools like vision boarding, boxing, and bindering really give me time to be tactile with what it is that I want, as well as time to put forward energy into something that I now can have as some reminder of the time I've already taken and the time that I'm going to take on my vision, on what comes from me. So again, I'm going to give you one more second. Let's get everything together. I hope also you got your water for our water shots later on. I'm a big advocate for staying hydrated. All the tools and tricks and things I can give you about, changing your mind or shifting your perspectives, but they mean nothing if you don't take care of yourself. They mean nothing if you don't drink enough water for your body to move the energy that's old and not needed out. It means nothing if you're not taking care of the vessel that holds you. Okay? So, 2 more seconds. We're going to let some people join in. I'm super excited. This is a JAMGood Vision Party brought to you by CEC Happy and JAMGood Living LLC. They are parts of my way of expressing my joy in this world and really offering the value that I have in service form. So go ahead, get all your materials. I'm going to grab my journal because it's the one thing I'm missing. We are back. I'll give a few more people opportunities to come in. So during the vision boarding, some people I know have been working on a vision board, but they haven't really finished it yet, like me. So some things I'll have already cut out, but I do also have a stack of new magazines that we can look through and cut. And during the vision boarding part, we'll probably have a couple people who are going to join in and talk to us about their new year while we're all just working on really visioning. Yes. Okay. Let's do. The first one we're going to do is breath work. For me, breathing, it may seem like, what's the point? But the moment you take control of your breath is the moment you reconnect and take control of your control. Because again, the only thing that we actually have control of is ourselves in this moment. And breath work gives us an instant connection to ourselves in this moment. We breathe automatically. Thank you, God. We breathe without having to think about it. We breathe all while we're asleep. We breathe. But when we take a powerful stance and make a purposeful breath or breathing practice be part of our lives, we connect with our insides, we connect with this moment, and we also allow ourselves to be present and in control of the only thing we have control of, which is ourselves. I would like to just usher you in to a space. We're safe here. It's just me and you. And if you got people with you, me, you, and them. But it's us. Okay? So relax. We're going to have fun. We're going to do the work because it takes work to get what you want. Nothing that you want in this awesome world is going to come without a cost. We know that. We've decided money is our means of exchange. But I believe that the universe has an exchange. And it is for us to get on the same vibe as what it is that we're wanting. Now, people have called it frequency. They've called it vibration. There's a lot of different people who know it. But even Napoleon Hill back in the early 1900s said, think and grow rich, which means that you place your mind in a rich form. And as you do that, you grow into the richness. We're going to take that same principle in this breathwork exercise. And I really would like for you to think into what 2022 can hold for you. Okay? And the type of breath that we're going to focus on is going to be deep belly breathing. Okay? Right here. This is one of our brains. I don't know if a lot of people talk about it, but the same kind of coily stuff that happens in your mind is happening here in your gut. And when we give ourselves deep belly breathing, it is a cleansing for our second brain, for the brain that deals with that sixth sense, that us interacting with the world. So when we give ourselves deep belly breathing, I would love for you to have whatever is your dominant hand be on your belly, so that when you breathe in, you extend your hand out. But don't like move your hand. Let your belly move your hand, okay? So we're going to breathe in deep into your belly, and then on some of them I'm going to say keep breathing, and what we're going to do is now extend it into your chest. We're going to breathe as far into ourselves as possible. Okay, we're going to be doing breath exercises to connect ourselves to this moment. Let's settle into this safe space. It's just you and I. We're here. It's just us. We're having a JAMGood vision party, grounding ourselves into the power that we have, which is our choice, which is our entry into this moment. How are we showing up? How are we feeling in this moment? Okay, so we're doing some deep belly breathing. We're about to begin that exercise. Again, take your dominant hand, whichever one that is, put it on your belly, breathe deep into your belly, feel yourself. All right, well, see, look, I'm starting right on time. Look at us, keep it going. We're going to breathe in deep. If I say keep breathing, we're going to keep breathing. Hold it, and then breathe out. I know that was just one breath, but I hope you can already feel the energetic shift that happens within your body. Sometimes I get hot. Sometimes I feel it in every part of myself. Allow yourself to be here in this moment. We're going to do this breath for about 2 minutes and just sit in this beautiful place that we get to be in ourselves. All right, again, deep belly breathing. We're going to be breathing in. All right, belly, dominant hand on your belly. Get relaxed, get comfortable. It's just us. And let's breathe in. Hold it at the top. And breathe out. Breathe in. A little more. And breathe out. You're doing a great job. Breathe in. All the way in. And breathe out. Breathe all the way out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it be out. Now breathe in again. Deep, deep, deep. And breathe out. Empty yourself. And breathe in. And breathe out. Ooh, that feels so good to me. I hope it feels good to you. Let's do some more. Breathe in to your belly. And breathe out. Breathe in. A little Let's do 3 more of those. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe out. Ooh. Let's wiggle just a little. Oh, remind your body you're here. I know that sometimes can get ethereal when you breathe in and you really feel the divinity that you are. Our breath is the key to our living. Literally, and when we can tap into it, it becomes a key to us waking up to who we are in this present moment. Now, that was deep belly breathing. This next breath exercise I want to introduce to you is one that I've heard that the Navy actually does to really build up their CO2 intolerance. Like, when we breathe out carbon dioxide. What do plants need to build their oxygen so that they can release that so we can breathe that in? But when we breathe it out, our body is literally releasing its life force. But what they do is they hold it when it's out for a little to build up that resistance so their mind doesn't go crazy. Because when we're not breathing, our mind goes to how can we breathe? Instantly, how can we breathe? And it's so interesting how breath relates to how we live. If we start breathing short and shallow, our mind and our body, we start to sweat. Our body has a physiological reaction to how our breath is. And when we slow down and we allow our breath to be deep and wide, it tells our body we're fine. Like there's no danger, there's no lion in that bush, there's no nothing. And so when we can start to work on exercises that control how our body responds to breathing, we really get to tap into the power that is the muscle of breath and the muscle of relating to the divine. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. And then we're going to hold the breath in for a count of 4. Then we're going to release to a count of 4. And then we're going to hold the breath out of our body for another count of 4. You ready? I know this will feel weird to begin with. Maybe. But just lean into the fact that right now you are having a deep and intimate conversation with you and your breath. That's our power place. Let's begin. Let's breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Now breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. 2, 3, 4. And release. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Twice more. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe it out. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. I don't know about you, but breathing really just makes all of my feels be felt. It just alivens me and reminds me of how connected I am to that which is necessary. I want, before we close this breathing moment, to just let you think about this. Air is necessary for us to live, and it's in abundant supply. It's all around us, even when doors are shut, windows are closed, we're in homes. Air is so abundant when we're outside. I believe that just like breath is provided for us, air is provided for us so that we can breathe, and that's what's necessary in life, we also are provided for the things that we are needing in this life. But just like breathing is something that is automatic, which is God-given, thank you, we have to make feeling good automatic for us. But it begins with the exercises in happy. It begins with us taking time to concentrate on what that feels like for us. We get to pick what we feel like. And breathing is one of the tools and tips that I love to give my clients because it is free. It's instant, and it's always with us. The ability to just take a moment and breathe. Take a second, tap into yourself, and breathe. Thank you so much for breathing with me. I hope you check in with yourself and you feel even better than when we started. Right now, it's time for a water shot. Water shot, a water shot, I told you it was a party. For me, oh wow, we right on time. I'm loving this. For me, water is another one of those necessaries. Can't live too much without it. Please have a water shot. If you don't have a shot glass, it's fine. Take it right out the bottle. But it's time. Cheers to longevity and happiness. Woo! Water shots. Hydration allows for your body to take in the new information and assimilate it. That's what I think. And also water is one of those life-giving things. When you take it into your body now gets to use the water to do what it does. All right. Next, we're going to have actually, we're going to have these. So for me, mental exercises are really about tapping into your imagination. Just like you having a power to control your perspectives, imagination would be like the wand, okay? So the power that you yield, just like Harry Potter, he is magical. You too are magical. And your magic is the fact that you have perspective possibilities. You can perceive this world in so many different ways, right? And because that's your magical power, your wand that activates your power is your imagination. That is your ability to believe, to conjure up, to image, to really just see what comes. And that is where I want us to tap into right now. We have a movie screen in our minds. Now, some people it could be like more audio than like visual. Some people it could be more like it's a feeling to them more than something that they picture in their mind. Now, everybody has a different way that their magic relates to them, and that's fine. Just like there was like a Hufflepuff and a Gryffindor. Both of the houses were dope, different type of magicians, but they may interact to their magic differently. And for us, we have to realize that we have the magic in order to be able to tap into that magic. Everybody has an imagination. When we visualize going somewhere and we're preparing, we're imagining what's going to be like, who we're going to see, what we're going to dance to, what we're going to drink or whatever. just like that kind of visualization for maybe what's happening in the future, I want us to put ourselves into 2022. And I want us to imagine what this year could hold for us. Now, we lived through 2020. Happy dance, happy dance, happy dance, right? And we made it through 2021. You and I did that. We did that. That was us. We made it. We're here. And so knowing the drastic changes that happened in those 2 years, just imagine if we had a positively bent drastic change in our lives, in our mental understanding, and in how we approach this world. I would like to take you on like a visualization. And everybody is going to visualize this differently. But I'm going to take you through it. And it's going to be one of those things where I just want you to relax. Hopefully you're maybe sitting with a chair with a back, or you can lay down, or whatever would make you feel the most comfortable to close your eyes and just let your imagination do this run. Okay? I'll give you a little bit of time to get comfortable. I'll take a little bit of water. I'll put it there and you can't see it. All right. For this visualization, again, I need you just to get comfortable. I'm about to take you on a mental journey, and it's really just going to be you taking you there, because I'm going to give you prompts. Okay, I'm going to talk you through this journey into what you really want to see as the 2022 you. Okay? So close your eyes. We're going to begin again with some breaths. Get ourselves nice and relaxed. Let's breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe out. The phone rings. You see it's your favorite person calling you with the best news ever. And the best part about this is you were just about to call that favorite person and tell them your good news. You feel this excitement because it seems like everything in the world is aligning and it's all going right. You feel it in the bottom of your feet. You feel it as you walk to go pick up your phone and you're confirmed that it is your favorite person on the other line. You feel it as you go to slide it open. You prep yourself because you have so much to share. These last 7 months of 2022 have been amazing. You've seen so much change for yourself, your environment, your habits, who you talk to, where you go. You've enjoyed every moment of showing yourself the love, of following through on what you said you were going to do. You feel the gratitude of looking at your bed and it's made. Looking at your room and it looks exactly like you want it to, because you've made it a priority to keep your environment together. You go to have a seat and you remember this is the chair that you picked out, that you once had on a vision board or somewhere you saw and you fell in love with it instantly. And that's where you now get to sit with leisure and ease. You begin to answer the phone and the hugest smiles come on your face because you remember the times with this favorite person. The places you went, the laughs you shared, the inside jokes, the long talks. Those things that you knew without even having to say words. You begin to have this conversation, and sure enough, even better news than you thought. Big things are happening all around you. And this was the third call this week. You begin to feel the warmth of excitement come into your hands because you know you're about to be busy. You feel the gut feeling of, hell yes, this is good. Hell yes, this is mine. This is the moment. Your favorite person says, and you said you were about to call me. What's up? What were you about to say? And again, you tap into the inside feeling of what great good news you have. Feel it. Feel how good it feels to have something to say to someone you care about that makes you smile in that way. You begin to explain, and then it's like, oh yeah, and oh yeah, and also, and that. Feel it. I'd like you to take 3 deep breaths into the feeling of that good news you want to share. The things that you planned, they worked out this year because you paid the price of the discipline of every day putting forward that which you needed to do. You feel the success that you've paid into by every day completing the task you said to. You're feeling the joy of the elevation of your own life coming because you followed through. Because you did what you needed to. And God aligned all the other things, and it was sublime and even better than you could think of. Feel it. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. This feeling that you're able to coax from within yourself just by using your imagination is always available to you. Again, we are magic people, and our power lies in our perspectives and how we perceive and see the world around us. You have the power to imagine what you'd like this world to be like for you. Thank you so very much for letting me take you on that mental journey. I hope you understand that you are thought of, that you are prepared for, that you are cared for, and that's not just by me. This whole entire world depends on you being you. That's why you're alive. You have a unique, interesting, introspective way of being you. And only you can be that. And this whole world needs it. That's why you're alive. Imagining makes me feel so good. And I hope that you can remember that good feeling that you created from within inside. Because that, again, is a place that you have power. Right now, we're going to take another water shot. Water shot. Water shot. Because when we feed our bodies the things that it needs, it is knowing that we love it. It is knowing and seeing that we care. I'm so excited. Thank you everybody for coming. This is a JAMGood vision party for me, making sure that we pay attention to what we put in front of us, what we consume, how we relate to this world is our responsibility. We get to be in charge of ourselves in this world. That is the best part about living for me, because we get to make it whatever it is we're willing to put into it. You put in time and energy training your body, working it out. It's going to be better for what you were training it for and what you were working it out for. You give yourself the love and respect that you deserve. Love and respect will come and follow you all over. That's factual. And I can say from my own life, it has been proven to me. The more I pay attention to myself and really understand that my place of power only resides within my self-understanding and how I perceive this world, that's when I set myself free. Free to be who it is that I am. And for those of you who may not know, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Mrs. JAMGood, Jessica A. Ross. I am a health and wellness specialist who focuses on the mind. I really like to help my clients shift their perspectives and take the life that they have and see the wins so that they can attract and continue to win. We are made for that. In all of our lives, we started off winners. Hello, the one that survived. And we get to keep that trend up by really paying attention to the wins in our current life. And like I said before, I'm like a mental stylist. I help you really come up with the right kind of wardrobe of thoughts for you to go into the season of life into. And it begins with you really believing that you can have a JAMGood life. Now we're going to get to the writing portion. Nope. Haha, there we go. Now we're going to get to the writing portion. And I am going to, because I have prompts already ready. This will be one of the writing sections where I will give you like a lead sentence. Okay, so it'll be like, I'm feeling this way because, and then you write it in so that it is not something that you're thinking too hard about, because we're literally doing this together right now. So you don't have to go super deep into it, but I would like for you to let your mind express itself. However it needs to answer these, whatever the first reaction is to this, that's definitely the one to go with. Okay. So I'm so excited that you all can join me. This is a JAMGood vision party. Hello, hello. I'm super excited. We're about to dive into the writing portion. So please have something to write on and something to write with. Because I believe that after we took some time to breathe, really connect with ourselves, we did the imagining and really tapped into the gut feeling of good that we can create for ourselves. It's time to really let ourselves connect in a different way. So each of these are tools and tips that I give my clients to really tap into who they are, because that's where their power comes from. And right now, we're really just going to do lead sentences to really get you thinking. So the first one is going to be, in 2022, I owe myself. In 2022, I owe myself. And then what you do is write your answer of what it is that you owe yourself. What do you owe yourself? And I'm going to be writing along with you. So we're doing this together. Again, this is the safest place you could be. It's just me and you. We're doing this together so that we can root ourselves into the version of who we want to be this year from the inside out. Okay? Let's go. Nice. I love it. Peace of mind. In 2022, I owe myself. We are on the writing portion of this JAMGood Vision Party. Thank you for joining me today. In 2022, I owe myself in 2021, I learned. In 2021, I learned, and then again, this is one of those filler statements. You let your brain fill in what it is that you learned in 2021. In 2021, I learned the next one. The 2022 me has these habits. The 2022 me has these habits. The 2022 me has these habits. I like it. Healthy eating, healthy mindset. That right there will take you to the end of life feeling good about who you are. I love it. I love it. The next one. "2020 and 2021 taught me." 2020 and 2020 and 2021 taught me. Hello. Thank you so very much for joining a JAMGood Vision Party. We are on the writing section. We did some breathing to really anchor ourselves into who we are. And then we did some imagination mental exercises to really tap into the true power that we have of perspective through our imagination. And now we're on the writing portion. These are filler statements, so they're statements. Then you write in what comes next, what your brain first thinks of. 2020 and 2021 taught me. We have about two more. All right. For what I want 2022 to be, I'm willing to pay. For what I want 2022 to be, I'm willing to pay. In 2022, I'm willing to pay. The camera's flipped. This is my right hand. I'll give you a hint. One of my things is I'm willing to pay full price for what it is that I want, which for me is something new because I'm definitely a discounter. I love me a good thrift store. But for what it is that I want, I'm willing in 2022 to pay full price for it. I'm willing to pay what it costs. Last one. The perspective most helpful for me to hold in 2022 would be. The perspective most helpful for me to hold in 2022 would be. In 2022, the most helpful perspective for me to hold would be. All right. For me, this JAMGood vision party was about really taking the vision boarding idea and giving the prep work to it, as well as time to let's do it together. For me, a lot of times people talk about vision board, vision board, vision board, and it's not about like a feeling tone underneath it, because you can make visions and you can have things out, but to really put a feeling underneath it, to really tap into what you like this year to feel like, and then begin to find magazine pictures or words or whatever that match what you've already generated inside you, for me, is the best way for you to take control of your power, your perspectives. Again, I am Mrs. JAMGood. I'm a happiness coach and health and wellness specialist, and it's my job to give you tips, tools, and tricks to help you anchor into the happiness that you get to create. Again, your mind, your perspectives are what frame your life. You get to frame your world. Your picture, the thing that is this life, comes from how you say things work in the world, how you have things being lived. So I thank you so very much for joining me for the first half of this. We're about to move into the second half, which is the doing of the vision building in board form or box form or binder form. Because for me, really giving our creativity the feelings of what we've just generated, and then allowing ourselves to add more time of us paying attention to this feeling just amplifies it even more. It's like we are priming the pump, or what would be a more up-to-date thing. It's like if we were waiting for a big file to download, right? The universe got your whatever it is it has, and it is downloading to you on your hard drive. And sometimes you have to take time to download it. The more we're putting into it is like your computer going more into the download. It's like yourself being more in line with what you're downloading. So let's move into that. I'm so excited that you can join me for a JAMGood vision party. This party is really about us tapping into the feelings that we can have and create, and then how we can translate them into something creative. So again, we can be putting it on a binder. For me, these would be like if you wanted to start like a new journal or a new workspace book. You put paper inside and then you vision it. You can put it right on here, or you can put it on like a white sheet of paper, make your vision, and then slide it in the front. I also know boxes are very good to do visioning on. You can put like, you know, my best life on it, and then whenever you have some trinket, something that you go that is a part of that, You put it in your box. Or like I demonstrated earlier, a box like this is really good for like keepsakes or when you want to give notes to yourself. That's another one of the tools that I use. So if any time I were to feel out of sorts and I can't necessarily talk to the people I want to about it, or things have shifted to where it's like on me to get me together, what I've learned to do more recently is to really tap into the power of writing to myself. When you can write to yourself a thank you note for being here at this present moment, or girl, you got this note, or you ain't about to quit. We've been doing this too long. You ain't about to quit. Let's do this. And you putting your vision, pictures, things that inspire you on this, and then you open it up and you've written notes to yourself and you put them in there at the end of the year or in the middle of the year, or if you're at the moment and you can't write to yourself, you can open it up and read what you've written to yourself already. I'm here as a happiness coach and health and wellness specialist to really give you more tools to anchor yourself into your own happy. That is your power. Your power is perspectives. And that begins with how you see and perceive the world around you. So I'm going to get another image here so you can see what I'm doing. I hope you all have your vision material out in front of you. If you've already picked out pictures that you like, oh, please pull them out. If not, I got magazines. We about to get our scissors. We gonna get into this. And you're not alone. Again, this is the safest place you can be. It's just you and me. We're gonna have some fun. I can shift the music. We can get into a little bit more of a more upbeat vibe for this. I do thank you all who were able to tune in earlier and do the breath work with me, as well as just get into your own imagination tone. Like, imagination is one of those things that as a kid we have, and it's not necessarily something that you have to teach us. It's like you have. It's like, oh, this is a, and it becomes a something. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is a thing that we get to control. And again, I believe our imagination is like our wand. To use the magic that we have as perspective. We can imagine something being better than we've ever felt it. I will tell you that is the number one tip that I had to give myself. Life was a way that I wasn't able to see and enjoy it. So I had to shift the perspectives of how I was looking at my life. What was it that I was really looking at? And when I took a closer look at my perspectives at one point in life, I was looking at what I didn't have, who wasn't around, what I didn't believe that I got versus where I was, who I was around, who loved me and who accepted me. And just the flip of that perspective, because similar things, but it was just a shift in my perspective that really allowed for the present moment, which didn't change. Like, literally the situations in my present moment didn't change. But my perspective about it did, which changed the way that I related to it. And that's what this vision party is about. For you to shift your perspective. Because 2022 can be whatever it is. And this 2022 you can be whatever you decide. So let's do it this way. We're about to get our scissors. Whoa. We're going to get into this perspective. Let's do it like this. Because we're going to... I'm going to show you what I'm working on so we can be doing it together.
We're doing something fancy. Okay. All right. Never mind. It's not working because it's going to give me a double. So you're just going to have to believe that I have this stuff in front of me, and we're going to talk like this because it wasn't working like I wanted it to. But that's okay. Again, situation. I want to show you all what I'm doing here. Frustration, it doesn't want to set up, and I haven't figured out how to not make it do the little right perspective. I can be like, oh, I can't believe it didn't work like I practiced it, right? Because I did practice. I be preparing for y'all. Or it's all right. We're here. I'm not going to be able to see what they're doing, so let's just be equal in that. And let's just go. Um, I believe that really finding ways to make whatever your situation feel better to you. Now, never really excuse what happens that's beyond your boundaries. I've had to learn that too. So it's not, you're not like excusing people and trying to make it feel better. But what you do is you look at what is better of the situation. I'm blessed to have multiple camera options. Whether or not I can get them to work right now, but I'm blessed to be able to have that. I am so excited that I have people here and we're doing this vision party because that means that there are people who are paying attention to the fact that they get to set the tone of this year. And I'm excited that you all are taking your time to be with me today and setting your intentions for what it is that you want to live. So let's dive in. I hope you have your stuff ready. Again, it would have been cool if I could get that going. But I have magazines. And what I usually do, especially because we kind of already gotten into a vibe of what we want it to feel like. So when you're going through the magazines or when you're looking through things, like, wow, first thing I saw, raising the bar. That is definitely something in my life that I know that it has been a constant theme. Because you get to one level of like, all right, life is good. I'm doing this. I got here. But then it's like, okay, but I want to be up here. But then it's like, okay, I'm here. Life is good. I got clients. Things are going well. But then I want to do here. I want to have a membership kind of program with clients. And I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, let yourself have the inspirations that make you excited to think about more. So for me, it'd be that. But if raising the bar doesn't mean that to you, then don't put it on your vision thing. This is all about you and how you want things to be for you. Now, I do know that the things that we want in life cost. Now, that's not just because the economic system says, you got to pay for things. But that's just because in life, energy is either created or destroyed. So to have something, that means something had to either give way to it, it created it, or there was something that had to be done for you to actually have that. And because everything costs, in life we have to think about what we're willing to pay for what it is that we actually want. Happiness doesn't cost as much as people think, though. And I think that's where me as a happiness coach, I come in to remind people that happiness is one of those things like air. If you want to live in nice areas and get fresh sea air, well then yeah, it costs a little more, but it's still air. It's still free. And yeah, get my services, it costs a little more, but what happens is I tap you into your free breathing, your free mental shifts, your free ability to really control the moment by tapping into your perspectives. What are you thinking? I help you see how you think, and then we rework things that aren't helpful to your thinking in your everyday life. And I believe that visioning, like vision boarding or making things be a representation of what you want to feel soon or what you want to see in life. I believe that is one of those tools that anybody can do, and it's free. I mean, maybe you got to pay for the magazines or, the paper or whatnot, but this is just your time it takes. And I know time is very expensive, but because you have it, let's spend it on something that's going to give you life so far returned. Speaking of, time for a water shot. Water shot. Woo. While we do that, I'm going to find some music so that there is some background. Let's get you a water shot. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. I hope you have your water shots ready. To life and health. Again, water is vital. Please drink lots of water. We've been doing a lot of breathing. We've been doing mental exercises. We've written. We've gotten deep into how we want 2022 to feel. Replenish your body. Let yourself feel good. We are in the vision building part, literally moving into making our pieces. So you can do a box. Sometimes people have decorated things like this, and I keep notes to myself in this or in something like that. You can make it a box like this, or you can paint on it, or you can put whatever things you like to be in your box. Also, vision bindering. Now, this is one of the tools that I use for my clients that I know enjoy writing, and they will add to this visioning as they go along. You put like some line paper inside here, and then every time you go to write, you see your vision right there, and it inspires you as you begin to pour into yourself. Again, writing is one of those things that kind of really hones you into what we're feeling in this moment, how things are moving in your body. Writing is an act of like a poignant focus, like it's really focused. You have gotten your mental state, your feeling, all of this into the point of writing it down, and it makes it tangible. So there's an element of creation in writing. So any ways that we can add writing into our day, and especially writing with the purpose of being happy and it being something that uplifts you, is exactly what I believe would help. Yeah, and actually, because again, I prepared for y'all. I was prepping. I have some pieces already done, but it's not all the way finished. Like, I did things like this. For me, I'm a social scientist, and I want to put together the pieces of the puzzle of how we can fix our perspective to where this life is truly jam good. And we see it, we feel it, we live it. For me, my mission is to be an example of somebody who's lived life, and it hasn't always gone exactly, how do I say it? I have lived through experiences that I have seen turn people into very mean people. I've seen make people take their lives. I have lived through experiences where I felt powerless. I didn't understand my power, and I didn't really understand how to save myself in those moments. But since I lived through them and I survived them, I did a lot of work in my mind to really overcome them. But it started with giving myself an exit. That this doesn't have to be how life always will be. This doesn't have to be how life is right now, because I'm in a different moment. I'm in a different place. This feeling that came kind of with me looking at my life and what I've lived with didn't have to be all that there was. And that was the beginning of me understanding that, I could shift my perspective, because I could look at it this way and I could be very sad that at one point I was taken advantage of in this way. Or I could be appreciative of the fact that I was, and I will never do that to anybody else. Also, I was, and I can speak for there being a way to overcome it without feeling like that makes you less than. It gives me the power to appreciate the things that have happened to me, even though they haven't always been positive, and allow for positivity to come from them. While we're working, I hope, again, you're getting into making your own visioning, cutting out the pictures that inspire you, placing them how you like, on your board, or your box, or your binder, whichever one you're writing. Actually, speaking of, type into the comments what you are visioning building. Are you doing a board, a box, or a binder? Or a bag? Or, what? What are you doing? Talk to me. I'm so excited that you're here at a JAMGood vision party. What is it that you are creating? Ooh, like this one. This is the height. That's right. The reason why I wanted to do a party like this is because I understand that there are so many opportunities during the new year. We were like, oh yeah, new year, new me, da 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 da. This happens. Oh, let's do this. But then I've noticed like a week in, it kind of dies down. Like the whole Happy New Year. People have stopped saying that to random strangers. The vibe of the new year is like worn off, and it's like back to routine a weekend. And so I figured let's do it a week in a couple of days and really remind ourselves that at any moment, at every time, we can recalibrate. It doesn't necessarily have to be right at the New Year's or any particular date that other people recognize. Like, honestly, y'all just celebrate New Year's. My New Year's is on January 25th. But I feel like at any moment, at any time, we really can revamp, undo, or turn over, or shift. Like, it is about that. And it's for us to tap into whatever it is that we would like for this to be now. And actually, I do know that we have the opportunity at any moment to acknowledge whatever we want. So at any moment, we're sitting in a room or we're in some kind of environment, and we can notice the person sitting right in front of us. We can notice the persons around us, or we can notice nothing and be in our own little zone. And that is exactly how we can perceive this world. We can perceive all the stuff that's going on that we don't like. And not to say that we ignore it, because I can understand that there is a spectrum of things that happen. There's a yin and yang of things that need to happen so that even the good can be appreciated. I'm just saying we have the power at all moments to put ourselves on whatever end of the spectrum we want to be. And I'm doing it like this because I believe that the spectrum is just a wide range of vibrations. It's a wide range of how people feel and see of things. So if there are, the rich and the poor, or the up and the down of things, that we really get to place ourselves wherever we want in those spectrums. Now, yes, I can say I can't get $100,000 like that overnight. But what I can do is feel like I got $100,000 overnight. What would that feel like? What would that change? What would that give me as the opportunity? I can do that for myself. And that's what this vision party is about, really. Just tap into whatever the feeling is that you really want. What is that? What do you really want to feel this year? How do you want it to go for you? What are you willing to put into this year so that you get out of it all the things that you like? That's the question I want us to answer. And it's just going to be really giving ourselves the time to create, giving ourselves the time to think, giving ourselves the time to, like we did in the beginning, breathe, sit and breathe, feel yourself, understand what it is that you like in life, and let yourself have it. But that would be like, you go into a store and you're like, oh, I want this blouse. And they're like, all right, well, this blouse costs this much. To let yourself have it is not to take it on the rack and run for your life. To give yourself what it is and it to be something that's a good thing for you would be really to pay the price that it costs. And like for me, I know that what I want, some of the cost of it would be for me to do things like this. I want to be of service to this whole entire world. What do I need to do? Offer my services. show what I have to offer, be of service, give things for free so people understand this is what I'm here for. That's a part of paying what I want. And I believe that we all know what it costs. You know, the body I want costs me to be in the gym every day. Or not just the gym, just like to walk, to move, to make sure that I'm pouring into my body the things that it needs. It's interesting. Recently, because I have like, I'm getting real personal. But because I feel like that's part of how you understand how I work. Because the perspective shifting is in all the things that I do. It's all about life. I have to see life in a way that makes me feel jam good because I believe that life is jam good. But recently, I've just been eating soups and salads. I have sometimes a swing where sometimes I don't eat, or sometimes like I try to eat a little bit too much. So instead of letting like the instability of my emotions cause my body to not eat or to not want to eat, what I did was say, every so often I'm going to eat a soup. Every so often I'm going to eat a salad. And just discipline myself to eat soup and salad. That's what I've been eating for the last 3-4 weeks. And I at least have a practice habit of supporting myself with nutrients. Whether or not my emotions are saying it's time to eat, or like if I'm feeling some way that doesn't make me necessarily want to eat, I at least know that I have a structure set up to support the baseline of my eating habits, which are part of me taking care of myself. I am paying for my body to be nurtured in nutrients. Like I'm eating. Sometimes you have to pay for what you want. And I feel like for us to feel for what we want helps us better understand what we're paying for. Like seeing a new jacket and trying it on. It gives you the feeling of what this jacket would look like. And if you didn't wear your favorite shoes that day, trying it on still will give you a good feeling of how it might look if you had your favorite shoes on. Yeah. Telling you, go flip through your magazines, whatever you have brought with you as your inspirational things, and let it line up with what it is that you want to feel. Let it line up. All right. I love it. Y'all have been hanging with me tough. We got about 20 more minutes of this party. I would love if people are interested. How do I do it? Nope, I didn't do it right. I did not do it. Maybe this way. If you are wanting to tap in and say what you're willing to pay, I would love to hear from you all, just to let me know like what it is that you decided. Because I want life to be this way, I'm willing to pay. What are your things? What are your things? You can submit a request to join. We only have about 19 minutes left while we get things together. I'm willing to pay myself in getting up earlier so that I can have the time to do all the stuff that I want on an everyday basis instead of just like packing it into just a weekend. I'm also I'm willing to pay in follow through, because for me, like, the ideas have never been a problem. Getting ideas or seeing how things could be, like, never been a problem. But making sure that I follow through on the ideas, or I make the necessary adjustments so that my ideas can be followed out, is definitely something that I've been working on as a lifestyle. Again, I think the people who teach the things that they do, they kind of need it the most. And for a while, I definitely needed happiness coaching within myself, within my own, like, understanding of this life. I needed to coach myself and use other people who have good perspectives to help in my coaching, to really get me to understand this good life that I demand. I demand life to be good. I've already lived through enough stuff that, hey, I'm ready for the good stuff. And I believe it can happen. Because there are people living all sorts of good ways. And if that can be lived, oh, well, then we can live it. For sure. That is a for sure thing. Yeah, so I hope you have some glue, some adhesive, something that actually gets your ideas and what it is that you have onto your board, your box, your visioning, whatever it is. Yeah. You know, it's interesting because being a health and wellness specialist, you know, a lot of people kind of make assumptions about like your ability to control your own happiness, or you know, being like, yo, you're like always happy or stuff like that. But the truth is I'm a human just like anybody else. And I use the same tips and tricks and things that I've suggested to the people who are my clients. I've had to value life differently and shift. The only reason why I even want to show life can be happy is because I've witnessed that life can be whatever you put your mind for it to be. And if that's the thing that's standing in the way of somebody being happy, just the idea that that's the thing, well, then I'm going to go out there and represent that idea. Because I don't want nothing standing in the way of us getting this good life that we really want. I don't think there should be anything that is standing in that way. Especially if all that is between us and this good life is our perspective. Why, no. Nope. We're going to get that. We're going to have that good life. Oh, yeah. Because it's ours to have. Thank you so very much for joining this JAMGood Vision Party. We have done some breath work. We have written and really gotten centered with some mind exercises about what we really want to have. And now we're on the creation portion. We got about 15 minutes left of this party. I'm so glad that you were able to join. For me, again, this is about just offering the space. Because with me, it's a safe space. You can be wherever you are right now. You're fine. You're good. And it's just us. And I'm really just here to remind you of your power. Because your perspectives are the rulers of the things in life that happen to you. If you perceive life to be good for you, well then, no matter what happens, it's leaning to your good. If you perceive life to be bad for you, no matter what happens, it's going to be bad. And I know most of us, we have like a mixture. We don't really think all things are bad or all things are good. But I do know that in mixtures, things can be heavier on one side than the other. And it is our job to hold the space for ourselves because we get to pick the perspective. Well, you know, I'm going to shout out one of my clients now. Candace is an amazing author. Melanin.brown.book. I think you should check it out. She is in the same similar space of really reminding people of their power, but she's doing it through children's books. And I'm super excited because Melanin Brown is the book that she has written for the world. And again, I feel like we should really offer up what we have. She is an awesome educator and a writer, and she has offered herself up in her writings. And I believe that that is what this world needs. Just people willing to offer what they have to this world. Really. And again, Candice, I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for what's going to happen. And I hope this 2022 year for you opens you up to so many more possibilities. And for all of you who are on this live with me, I thank you because your love and your energy has gotten me through so many different things. More than you know, the support, the love, and the seeing me has allowed me to grow and to prosper and to be here willing to hold the space because you all first showed me how to hold the space, how to be in a space, how to be a space. And again, I am Mrs. JAMGood. My whole entire purpose and mission is to hold down the happiness party for myself and for others because I do believe that life is so jam good. But it's just about us tuning into that, vibrating at that frequency and allowing for God, the life, the universe, for it to match you because you're matching it. You know, it's about that feeling that we can create and the perspectives that we can see. All right. So we're heading into the last 10 minutes of this creation session. I thank you for joining me for this party. This is a part of the beginning of my box. Again, I'm going to get to this board. I'm going to finish that too. But I just really wanted to start you off, inspire you to get creating and to think about you in 2022. You get to choose. Your perspectives are what line this world up. Who you are is chosen by how you think of this world. So think happy thoughts. Think things that make you feel good. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to wrap and end with a story. And this is actually a story that I have told almost every person that I get an opportunity to say something about things being good or bad. And I saw this on some documentary. I don't even remember where because I was so excited because it was so good to me. But there was this farmer back in the old China times, right? And he had a family, and the horse that was on his farm ran away. The whole village, because small Chinatown, they know each other, what's going on. Everybody came and was like, "Oh no, we're so sorry. We're sad for what you lost." And the farmer was like, "Well, thank you, but maybe who knows what's good or bad." And then like a week later, that horse returned with like 7 other wild horses. The village threw a party. Oh my gosh, what great good fortune. You're so abundant, they said to the farmer. He was like, maybe, who knows what's good or bad. And of course, they're like, screw face, like, huh? You just got eight horses now. You had one. What's going on? But then like later on that week, the farmer's son was breaking in one of the horses. He reared back and the horse dropped the son's leg, broken. The village again. Oh, we're so sorry for your loss. The son was the one helping them out on the farm. Like, what are they going to do? The farmer again said, maybe, who knows what's good or bad. The very next day, the Chinese government sent out informants to go get soldiers. And they went to the farmer's house, but they didn't collect his son because the son's leg was broken. And the moral of that story is, who knows what's good or bad? Who does? You never know what a single event is going to do for the long term of your life. But what we can control is the perspective of this very one moment. That is where our power lies, in our perspectives. And it is up to us in our own minds to really cultivate things like vision boxes, vision boards, different things that we can use to anchor ourselves into these moments. Because life's gonna come. It is gonna come. And when it comes, if you're prepared, you can take what happens and say, who knows what's good or bad. You can say, this may be a blessing. Let me take it like that. And to be honest, my lesson that I've learned and I hope to pass on to every single person that I ever meet is to say thank you. Thank you for everything that happens, for every person you meet, for every decision you've had to make. Say thank you. Because who knows what's good or bad. But long term, it's all for your good. That I know for a fact. So when we go throughout our days and when you take on your 2022 you, remember to be thankful, to be grateful for your being alive. Go to the little stuff. I got hands that move and I can control with my mind. Got arms that can reach. I got legs that can work. I got feet that can take me from one place to another. I got a phone, iPad, and or some kind of thing that can get me on Instagram. I'm breathing. My eyes are not dry. I'm blinking. I can hear. I can smile. I can see. I'm alive. There's so many small things that we take for granted on an everyday basis. I got a roof over my head. I got a pillow that I chose that I sleep on. I got a towel in my bathroom that I can dry my body with. There are so many things that we can be grateful for. And again, as a health and wellness specialist, my specialty is reminding us of the power that we have in our perspectives. It's about how we perceive this world. And I hope this JAMGood vision party was really something that allowed you to tap into the 2022 you. I hope you know what you owe yourself this year, what you are willing to give for what it is that you want, because that's where it starts. You have all the power. And again, this is a safe space. So if you need to hit a pillow to get over whatever happened in 2021 that you can't deal with, or if you need to scream out loud, let's go ahead, do it. I'm here. You're not alone. I'm here loving you because I know that you are me, just wrapped up in you. And I'm you, just wrapped up in me. And that's the blessing, because my wrappings, my thoughts, my perspectives can empower, can inspire, and yours can be for me. I'm so glad it's been uplifting and that you've enjoyed this time with me. I've missed you so much, Candace. Oh, and man, this having an opportunity to be here with you all is a blessing. I do not take it for granted that I have had your attention, that I have had your time, that you have spent it with me, that us for about an hour and a half, we have been focusing on us and how we want 2022 to feel. That right there is powerful because we've now poured into what it is that we want. We have deliberately taken time to breathe, deliberately taking time to work our mind into this imaginary place. Because again, your power, your magical beingness is in your perspective, but your wand is in your imagination. That right there, you can direct it, all your magic, however you like. Beyond that, we did some writing. We allowed ourselves to get to that pinpointed focus, pun intended, of what it is that we would like, what it is that we owed ourselves, what it is that 2020 and 2021 has taught us, what it is that we know as habits we have to have. We did this deep dive so that we can really understand the feeling tone of what we like this world to be for us this 2022. There are no words to tell you how much I love you, to tell you how much I am enjoying being able to spend this time. This has been a blessing for me. I'm so glad it's been a blessing for you. Again, I am Mrs. JAMGood, Jessica A. Ross. I am a happiness coach, mindset coach, let's say a mental stylist, and I help by giving tips, tricks, helping set up systems for you to support your own happiness and your own success. I'm so grateful to receive your love. I feel it. I'm an empath that way. I feel it. I know it. I love it. I see you. You are not alone in this world. Who you are is valuable. It's valued. And it is important. I thank you so much for being here with me. Ah, I would be remiss if I didn't finish my time with you with one of my favorite tools is wiggling. I'll adjust this so we can wiggle together. Oh, yes. Go ahead. Stand up. Oh, my head got cut off. All right. Wiggling is one of the tools that I have used to really allow for energy that I want in life to be moved through me. Shake out your legs. Shake out your arms. Ooh. We can do one more water shot together. Let's do it. Shot, water shot, shot, water shot. Take it back. I hope right now you're very proud of yourself. You see the work you have already put in just this hour and a half. And you also acknowledge that even being here at this point took you all the years that you lived, took you all the experiences that you have gone through. You are a unique soul. Nobody has lived the life you have. Nobody has the stories you have to tell, to write, to live, to share. And I'm so grateful to be any part of your success. I love you. And I'm so glad you're here with me. Okay, I said I was going to end with wiggle, but no, we're going to do one more thing. Wrap your arms around you. And this is my hug to you. I'm hugging you. I'm missing you. I'm loving you. I'm seeing you soon for sure. I will have more things like this in ways that I can come into your world and really just uplift the happy you that lives inside you. Okay? I love you so very much. Give it an extra squeeze. Extra squeeze. I'm giving you squeezes. Again, I am Mrs. JAMGood, Jessica A. Ross, and I thank you so very, very much for tuning in today. Please share this with somebody that you know that would enjoy this process that we've gone through, that would enjoy the breath work, the writing, and the mental exercises, and hang out with me. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Thank you again for coming.